So I felt like I wanted to start this vlog by saying thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for watching my channel. So I have some news. I never know if someone's going to be investing in it and do what I start filming. I am going to start dieting as of tomorrow, so I need to catch you up. I went to see Coach yesterday in my very manic day, and he decided that it's time for me to start dieting now. I've not properly started dieting for about 3 years. So I don't know how much I'm going to share, because once I get in the loop, I don't necessarily want... Sorry. And I was like, oh, this is awkward, isn't it? Not everyone's going to fully understand or comprehend. But we just finished. Got up before my alarm, standard procedure. And then I cleaned. I went and did cardio steps, and I did 45 minutes of Pilates, which was always fun. And now I desperately need to wash my hair, but it's another work day. So I am probably going to, at some point today, decide when to hang my clothes, because that's just being part of being an adult. The joys of being an adult, to be honest. But I'm going to rapidly do this. This is the things that people don't talk about, it's just being an adult and just not having a moan. But as I was saying, one, I don't know about you, but I go through so much washing because of how many outfits I wear. If you actually keep it, I wear 2 gym outfits a day, and then normal clothes, pyjamas. It's like a ridiculous amount of washing. I don't know if anyone else can relate. And like, it just takes up so much of my time. But I've not probably started dieting for a few years. So, decided I need a new goal. As much as I'm routine and structured, I think it'll give me a new level of focus. And I'm unsure on how much I'm actually going to document. I'm going to try and document as much as I can. But sometimes when I start to diet, I just get in such a flow of it, I forget to document. But I know it's important to share the journey and share what I'm doing, so I'm going to try. That's my, but it was really nice to see Coach. It was really nice to see Boss Man. I literally said to him like 12 times, are we sure we have enough muscle? Are we sure we have enough muscle? Because the last thing I want is to try and diet and get told I don't have enough muscle. But obviously you don't know that until you diet down. So I'm going to give it my 110% and see how much muscle we realistically have. And then from there, hopefully we'll have something to show. But this is going to be a mix mash vlog. I'm going to pick it up throughout the week whenever I feel like there's something worthwhile me showing. And I hope you enjoy this compilation of Jasmine's life. Good morning. It's Monday morning. And I wanted to continue the vlog. So I am still getting up before my alarm, which is always fun. And this morning I decided, I can't even get my t-shirt out, wow. I decided to meal prep, so that is all done. I always get loads of questions around how I meal prep, and I cook my vegetables every 3-ish days, just purely because of my workload. Let me see if I can turn, oh no, I can't turn this, I'm just going to have to, so it looks like that. Weighed, everything like that is done. And then now I'm just getting ready for the gym. So it is glute day, Monday. I'm awaiting for the diet changes that I'm going to see. But to be fair, because it's so early, for context, it's 6:30, I will wait to see what changes are made. This isn't the most optimal, but this is the realistic style of how I will be moving for the next few weeks, just purely because of my workload. It would make sense generally getting up, getting training done, cardio done, everything done, and then obviously moving into my day. But I wanted to show that even if you're working a busy 9 to 5, you can still get to your goals. You just got to learn how to pivot, and I've done this long enough to know that I can make it work. So it's something that I do trust myself with, but I am excited to see what changes are made, to be fair, especially around food. I assume it will be carbs and fats cut, and then from there maybe I'll do a full day of eating. Wow, I really do look like morning face. But yeah, no, I just wanted to say sometimes you've got to, like, for me, the only thing that really changes is my almond vegan chai latte. That's the one thing I really enjoy from Starbucks, mostly every day, or I make it at home. But that's the only thing that genuinely I'll cut out. Everything else, food stay the same. So people ask me all the time, how do you stick to the meal plan? To be fair, I've eaten like this for years, so it's no real change. It's just less quantities, and a big priority for me is my training. We have a discussion, and I'm not going in to annihilate, but to stimulate, and that's quite a hard transition for me. So I will be documenting some of my training. I'll input it here. This is a very mixed match vlog. I'm sorry, I didn't really have a plan for this vlog. Maybe I should have a plan moving forward. But I hope that you stick around. Whatever you want to see through this diet phase, please let me know. I'm not the best at documenting diets in general, because I just feel like I get in such a swing of it that I don't really want to bother anyone. But I will try my best to tell you how, especially for me, it's going to be a big focus on training and my sciatica. So how I'm managing my sciatica. Yesterday and the day before, I did double Pilates and did my stretches in the evening, mat Pilates, which I think really helped. So I'm interested to see how I perform today in glutes to move forward. And then from there, see if that makes a difference. I think maybe just one mat Pilates is enough. But this weekend I did decide to do 2. Next weekend I'm hoping that I do a reformer on a Saturday and a mat Pilates on a Sunday. But I do enjoy it, and it does help with my core stability, especially because I do have a history of osteoporosis and arthritis in my family, and my dad also has sciatica, so I haven't really got the best genes when it comes to back training, but I can do everything I can in the meantime to protect it. I think it's really important to take that into account. So I'm going to head to the gym. I'll hopefully film a few top sets and potentially catch you when I'm back.
Long as you got your eyes, got your trippy on them private jets, taking trips. Come back at 6, wake me and your child, and then won't lay today. Make me wonder who you might have been playing with. Makes me wonder who you think you're playing with. I'm just telling myself to keep playing this record back over and over again. Swear that you changed, but I noticed the end. On you on scene. Think you know your girl's so funny to me. That's why you didn't got left by 1 2 times. Got tired of your shit, you almost lost your mind. Long stay, call your name. You'll continue to try to play these games. Leave your family in the cold and rain, and I don't think you'll ever change your ways. Cause our house is not a home where no one's there. So alone, no one's there. Should I move on since no one's here? You know what you got is good, that's why you refuse to let me walk out your life. You refuse to match up with my vibe. You keep wasting my time, you keep wasting my time. Don't you on scene? Think you know your girl's so funny to me. That's why you didn't got left by 1 2 times. Got tired of your shit, you almost lost your mind. Long stay, call your name. You'll continue to try to play these games. Leave your family in the cold and rain, and I don't think you'll ever change your ways. Cause our house is not a home where no one's there. So alone, no one's there. Should I move on since no one's here?
So continuing the vlog, we have trained glutes, done abs, done cardio, did a cool down with some steps, ran to Morrison's, got some parsnips. Then I am going to go home and shower, and then I'm going to start work for the day. Training went well, as you could see from my video. So started with kickbacks. I do on Mondays and Fridays this type of variation because of where I have my weaknesses. That's a variation that I need to really focus on. That went fine. Then did calf raises, which was good. Then the abductor, I felt a twinge in my back, so I was like, let's not push it too much. Still progressed by 1 rep there. I didn't actually film that one. And then hip thrust, barbell, I think I'm gonna have to slow down the progression. That 1 rep accumulation over time is something that I feel as if is gonna be a hindrance on my back. Could I be having arguably better form? Probably, yes. And then, you know, we've moved into, leg press. Now leg press, I had to reset because he wasn't happy with my depth, he wasn't happy with my form. So I've dropped considerably amount of weight and I felt that shooting pain on my left side. So I was like, okay, let's not push it with my back, but let's still try to work on depth, time under tension. Now, because this is my 2nd week on a barbell RDL, I am not progressing in any form with weight or reps. I am just progressing through technique, form, time under tension, pauses, slowing the eccentric down, slowing the concentric down, everything like that in between. That's something that I'm really, really focusing on because I don't want to twinge my back, and I'm just grateful that I can barbell LDL. Is there a part of me that feels like their ego has actually been battered? Yes, it does, because my working weight before I got injured was 120. Now going back to 80, but this just shows the maturity which I'm having to show with regards to my training, that if I do feel some type of twinge, it doesn't feel right, I do have to be mature enough to say, okay, you know, this is the problem. So what I do is I film it, and if he says to me, yeah, you're good to go up, how did it feel? I'll tell him how it felt, and then we'll see if I'm allowed to go up. So apart from that, it went very well. So first training session done, and then obviously did some abs. Because I am doing Pilates so often, I am able to really utilise the pelvic floor and core engagement. So that's something that I feel as if I am having to focus on. And also that makes me more aware of my core throughout the week. Now, coach only wants me to train abs 4 times a week. I am doing it 5, but I'm going to be really careful around my recovery around my core because I am aware that I've done double Pilates Saturday and Sunday. And then did the cross trainer for cardio. So it was an absolutely fabulous session, cooled down with some steps. That was something that I needed to do. And then we ran to Morrison's because I nearly ran out of parsnips, and that's one thing I will not give up right now. Anyone that knows me knows I can give up the child, but I won't give up parsnips. But I hope you enjoyed this mix mash few days of my life. It's actually been 3, I believe. Make sure you give this video a like and a subscribe. I feel like this is my usual spot now because I've got the time, I've got the energy. It just fits into, you know, having a chat straight after gym, straight after the session has been wrapped up. And I'm like in good vibes. Anyone that knows, I did wake up before my alarm, standard procedure, but everything else is just moving and grooving. So I am dying for a shower because the humidity that I'm feeling is just like making me feel sticky, and I don't like that feeling at all. But apart from that, I hope you enjoyed this video, and make sure you give this video a like and subscribe because I upload every single week, and have a lovely rest of your day.